Yo, what up, guys? I'm back from the dead. Ha 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 ha. Well, today it's gonna be a quick little video, so please stay tuned because it's actually gonna be quite interesting. Well, I hope so. What we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna create a chill little hotel project. You can get the repository off of GitHub. This is going to only use the basic features of HTML and CSS. Nothing too special. There won't be any flexbox, no grid. I don't know. I just want to keep it simple, fast, and easy. It's not going to be responsive either. So it's not going to be the best, but hey, this is going to be great practice. So if you want, you can follow along. I'm going to try and do this as fast as I can. I already got the pictures set up. I already got some colors that we might use. And yeah, so let's get this baby girl started. So what I want to try and do is set up a little index. Now, also this is going to be like a good little thing for newbies too, if you guys are kind of new. And basically what we're going to do is get our documents, or we want to get the HTML boilerplate, and we want to alright, so this is going to be called the cozy flow. So that's what we're going to put in the title right here. The cozy flow. Delicious. And as you guys can see, we're using Emmet. We're using Visual Studio Code. And if anything, guys, if you guys want... Ooh, snap, baby girl. If you guys want, we can always... I mean, I'll have everything in the link in the description. Whatever, yo. I'm sorry, guys. I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of happy. And let's get this party started. What else do we want to do? Well, in a website, we also want to create a few meta tags. Now, this meta tag is gonna be, for example, a description. Meta tag, and for the content we're just gonna say this is the best freaking hotel your money will buy. Nice and cozy, just like a home type of feeling. Now, you guys don't have to, but hey, it's always great to put, and it's always good to put some meta tags, and always good to like play with them, you know. And then for keywords, we're just gonna have like some basic keywords like cozy hotel, best, awesome hotel, and then we can also be like, we're also pretty cheap. Awesome. Now, to get started, what we're gonna do is basically we're gonna go through component, and what we're gonna do here is create a header. And inside this header, I'm so sorry if you guys heard that background noise. We're gonna create like a simple logo. So like, let's go with an H2 with what are we gonna do? Like let's go with like a little baby word. So since this is called the cozy flow, we're just gonna call it TCF. Oh yeah, TCF. And then we're gonna give this a little nav, or I forgot. Let's create this inside our little nav bar. And then let's have a little list item inside here. We're gonna have an anchor tag. For the moment, we're not gonna lead it anywhere, but what we're gonna do is this is gonna be the home link. We're also gonna have a contact or an about page. And then we're gonna have a contact page. Beautiful, easy, simple, delicious. Now, following along, let's check this bad boy out. Following along this, let's see. Oh, we also want this to have a class of current, because we're gonna want this to have a certain type of design flow, if you guys know what I mean. Also, it's a best practice to give this a idea of like main header, just in case if you guys are gonna have more headers inside your web page, or if you guys anything like that, just yeah. And then we can do this as the main nav bar, and then here we can give this a class of logo. And then yeah, I feel like that's pretty much it. So let's get to styling. And right before anything, we also want to link our style sheet, which is going to exist in our CSS folder, or in our style folder, and we're gonna call this style CSS. And now let's get into this bad boy, and let's create our style.css. Excellent. Also, we want to open this bad boy with some live server, and let me just do this like that, and this like this. And wow, guys, congratulations, look at you, we have completed something. Anyways, moving along, let's style this bad boy. So what I want to do is I like to reset our styles, and as you guys can see, I'm not the best speller in the world, but bear with me, I'm a smart kid, or dude, whatever you guys want to say. And then let's give this a box sizing of border box. Beautiful. And with live server, of course, you guys can see it automatically makes everything beautiful, 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 beautiful. And then let's go with our major thing. So in the body, we're gonna give this a font family. Let's give this a font family of like, how does Cumbria look like? Disgusting. Okay, let's not do that. Let's give this another font family. Snap. I'm trying to get that menu popping up again. I'm sorry, guys. Let's go with Sego. Okay, simple, easy, and let's also give this a little line height. Line height of like 1.5 em. We can go like 1.7, 1.8. Yeah, 1.8 is looking quite nice, very nice. And moving along, we're just gonna do our basic styles. So for the H1, H2s, and H3s, we want them to have like a padding bottom of like 20 pixels. Nice. And ooh, I forgot to also mention that since most since most logos usually like just refer back to the home page, we'll put this into a link. And what we're gonna do with that is we're gonna get rid of the text decoration so we don't have that underline. Beautiful. We're also going to give this a color of inheritance, so whatever we give the body color, we give it to the other color. And guys, just give me one moment, please. I am so sorry about that, my friends. Something came up and it was annoying. Anyways, moving along. We also don't want our lists to have those bullet points, so let's get rid of the list style type and leave it as none. And moving along, let's start designing our nav bar since we got that stuff out of the way. So let's move on to the nav bar. And real quick, so let's see. So the main nav has the logo class and it has the other one. So let's do this. So main nav bar. Let's give this a background color. Oops. Background color, and this background color is going to be this one. Again, I'm just playing around with the colors, so please don't hurt me. And let's give this a color of white. Yes, delicious. This is looking nice. Also, real quick, what we want to do is give this a nice little container, so then we can position everything very beautifully. And let's just indent this a little bit better, holding shift tab to do that. And moving along, so we also want to create a utilities little section. Utility. Dang, guys, I'm so sorry. And inside here we're gonna be using a container. Now I'm doing this because I'm just trying to organize my stuff a little bit more, as well as inside our utilities it's usually gonna be things that we're gonna reuse throughout the page. So we're definitely gonna use a container throughout the page. And how are we gonna do this? Well, we're gonna have to give this a max width, and let's go 1100 pixels, and margin is going to equal, margin is going to be 0 from the top and bottom and auto on the side. So then when we, hey, it looks delicious. When I do that, it's beautiful. And moving along, so since we finished our little nav bar, we want to also start designing our logo. Now I told you how we're not going to use flexbox or anything. We're going to be using floats instead. So we're going to float everything to the left, and we also want to give this a nice padding of like 20 pixels all around, so it's evenly spaced out. Looks pretty nice. Should we give like a little bigger font size? Let's check this out. Font size, let's go like 15 pixels. Okay, 20 pixels. 25. I really feel like that was the default. Let's go like 29. 28 will be, 29 will be alright. Moving along, what we got? We're gonna select the main nav bar again. And I'm so sorry, guys. Look at me. I'm so freaking famous. Getting text messages. We're gonna be styling the UL, which has our lists inside, which have our links. So we're gonna float this bad boy to the right, and real quick, we also, since we want to give this an overflow of none, I think, or hidden. Nice, overflow of hidden. Okie dokie. And we also want to give this a padding of like 20 pixels maybe. Nope, maybe like 10 pixels. 10 pixel padding. Let's see how much 5 pixels is gonna be like. Let's go with 5 pixels. That looks good. And moving along, so that's pretty much enough for the UL, and now we're going to be focusing on our list items. So inside the UL, the LI, we want all those bad boys to float to the right, or float to the left. Yes. And we also want them to have, each of those list items to have a padding of like 20 pixels. Beautiful. And I think we are finished with the nav bar. Okay. And real quick, just to give it some nice style, what we're gonna do is we're gonna select this again, and I think we're gonna do the A tags, and we're gonna give them a hover state, and we're gonna change the color. Let's see. We're gonna change the color, so we're gonna change the color to this. And we also want to change the background color to the darker shade. Yes, the dark side. Okay, not that. Let's do this. And do we need the padding? I don't think we need the padding. Let's see. Yeah, let's get rid of the padding. Never mind about that padding. That looks disgusting. And I feel like we can just, to be honest, let's see. Should we use a lighter shade instead of, because I don't want to really refer to using white right now. Let's see how this is gonna be like. And if we're not gonna use white, then let's see how this is gonna look like here. It looks kind of gloomy and stuff. Nah, let's just make this white. There we go. Delicious. And right now we also want to give this another thing. So we also have a class called current, and that is selecting the A tag. Instead of the A tag, we want this to be selecting the list item, and boom, it looks nice. So now we know we're on the home page. Alright, so now let's move on to our hero section. So let's create a div, or let's just use Emmet, call this hero section. So in this hero section, we're gonna have an H1, which is gonna be like, what are we gonna like, what is our viewer going to look at once they hit the page? So this is called the cozy flow. The place to stay afloat. Ooh. So that's gonna be our little title, and then below the title we're gonna give this a paragraph tag, and let's give this like a lorem of like 15. Yeah, lorem 15, and then let's give this a little button. So we're gonna use an anchor tag and give this a class of button, and also we're gonna have like a button light and a button dark. So let's give this a button dark, and this is gonna go to our about section. So let's check this out. Inside the anchor tag, we're gonna go like about our hotel. Delicious. So it looks really nasty, as you guys can see. It looks disgusting, but who cares, right? Who freaking cares? So what we're going to be doing now is we're gonna actually, ooh, forgot. Let's go like that. There we go. We're actually going to give this a nice little image background, but at the same time, give me a sec. What are we going to do? Should we wrap this into a div itself and then give this a div content? Yeah, I think nah, maybe nah. We'll see. So let's give this a class of the lead, since this paragraph is going to stand out a lot more. And let's give this a class of L heading, which means like large heading, you know? And we also want to give this a nice little span tag within the H1. And you guys want to remember, the span tag is not a block level element, it's an inline block level element, so it's not going to affect our thing. So what we're going to do is we're just selecting a piece of text which we want it to stand out a lot more than the other ones, and we're going to call this text primary, which will have a primary color. So I think it'll be this dark, or we'll just use that orange to make it better in a way. Ha ha ha. So I feel like, yeah, I might just give this a, let's give this a div of content, hero content. Let's go hero content tag. Sorry guys, I'm like moving all over the place. I'm trying to do this fast, but hey guys, if anything, if anyone is watching this, please, man, like, comment down below. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me what I'm doing right. Tell me what I should continue. My life is meaningless without you guys. Ha ha ha. So now we're gonna be doing the hero section. So inside this hero section we have an ID, and I already forgot. So this has an ID of the hero section. Beautiful. So this hero section, we're gonna give this a background, and this background is gonna have a URL, and this is gonna be linking towards an image. And what we want to do is give this a no repeat, and we want this to be centered on the page, and we want this to also cover the page completely. You guys can see it looks like that. And we also want to give this a color of a white text color. That looks good. I know it looks like poop right now, but it looks good. Okay, so don't you dare tell me otherwise. And real quick, I'm sorry, that was the wrong button. But real quick, what we're going to do now is also try to make this a little bit bigger. But before anything, I feel like instead of putting this into a hero content, we should do this into a container, so then this can also be centered. Nice. I know it doesn't look like it's centered, but it's okay, guys. It's genuinely okay. What we are going to do is give it a little text align, so it is going to be in the center. But with, you know what? Actually, hero. We're gonna have this, but this is going to be inside a container. Okay, guys, so I know it might be kind of like hard to follow, but what I recommend is watching this video quick, skim through it. You guys will learn my mistakes, and just like bear with me. So moving along, we're gonna select our hero section again, and not only are we gonna select that, but we're also gonna select the hero content, and that is where we're going. And that is where we're gonna text align everything to the center. There we go. Now everything is going to be in the center, but we still need to move this. So let's give this a height of like 600 pixels. We don't want it too big. Let's see. How does this look? It looks nice, decent, very nice. I can say it. I vouch. And we also want to give this a padding top of like 150 pixels. 160. 170. There we go. Or what's half of 600? 300. I don't know. I don't think we need that much. But anyways, moving along, we did create a utility class, which was an L heading, which we will be distributing and using around. And what we're gonna do is give this a font size of like 1 rem. Let's see. 2 rem. Let's see. 2.5 rem. 2.8. Sure, let's go with 2.8 rem. Yeah, 2.8 rem. It looks nice, right? And we also got a lead class, or lead, and this is gonna also have like a bigger font size of like, how much is 1 rem going to? Not too dramatic. 1.1. Alright, I feel like 1 rem is actually gonna be kind of too big, so let's go like 0.7. Too small. 0.9. Let's give it like a font weight of bold, maybe. How does that look? Nah, disgusting. Alright, so this lead text, let's give this probably a bigger size, like 1.9. There we go. And since we're gonna be working with that, I don't think we're gonna be using the lead class a lot. So let me just cut that bad boy out, and inside here we're gonna select again the hero section, and then we're just gonna paste that bad boy in here. And also let's give this a padding bottom of like 20 pixels, just so we have a little bit of space for our button. And am I missing anything? Text primary, that's what I'm missing. Text primary. So what we said here, we're just gonna give this a color, and this color was going to be like, let's see how this color is gonna affect our work. I mean, it's not too effective. It looks good, right? It looks like it should be there, right? Yeah, man, it should. Okay, looks like it should. Nice. And now we're gonna be working with the button. So normally we want to make sure this is gonna be a block level or inline block level elements. We want to give this a well, we're not gonna give this a background. We're gonna do it at the button dark. So if we create a button dark, we give this a background color. And we're gonna give this the background color of the same thing that we have for our this stuff right here. Maybe let's see how well that is gonna look like. And moving along, we're gonna give this a padding of like 12 pixels top and bottom, or yeah, 18 pixels top and bottom. Or let me see how this will look like, to be honest. Okay, maybe we should just go like this. Yeah, there we go. And we also want to make sure there's no border, so in case we put it on a button, we want the cursor to be a pointer. We want to give it some style, since the radius seems to be very stylish these days. And I think that's it with our button. Also, to be honest with you, let me see how this is gonna look like in our thing. I mean, it looks chill, right? I feel like we can put some more padding on the top. Or, you know what? Before we do any of that, I feel like we can give this a little bit more of a, so like 180 on the padding on the top. Alright, and let's give this a hover state as well. So for the button, when it's gonna be on the hover state, we want the background color to be let's see how this is gonna be. So we want the background color to be this, and then the color to be this. So we're basically just inverting that. Yeah, it looks decent. I can work with it. What do you guys think? You guys can work with it? I can work with it. Alright, so I feel like we just completed our hero section. So moving along to the next sections, guys. How much is that? Don't know how much time that has been. It feels like it forever now. Moving along, so I'm just gonna minimize this, and I'm gonna be moving along to our section. So this section is gonna be called our about section. Inside our about section, we're not gonna have a container. Instead, we're gonna have a div with the about. That's gonna have an about section image, which we will put an image. Do we put an image in there? Yeah, let's give this an image, and this is gonna be an image. This is gonna be like photo 1, I think, and this is gonna be like hotel, an alt of hotel, and then this over here is gonna be a div of about section content, and inside here we're just gonna have like an h3 with words that are gonna be saying the history of our hotel. And let's also a paragraph. Let's give this like about 40. And also let's give this a call to action. Let's give this a button, or a class of button, and this is gonna be our light button. Oh yeah, very cool. And this is gonna be like a read more. Beautiful. And what we're going to do real fast is the history. Let's give this a tag. Oh, let's put this in a span tag of. Give this a class of text primary. There we go. And I think that's pretty much it. Yes. So let's move along. So now, moving along, we are now going to be doing the about section. And what we're going to be putting in here is the about section. So I feel like it's just easier to go like this. About section. So inside our about section, we want to be selecting the about section image. And what we're going to be doing with this is we're going to give this a width of 50%, as well as a min height of 100%, because we're gonna be putting an image inside here, and we also want to float this to the left. See, and yeah, the image is still big. So what we're gonna be doing after that is let's just select the class image, and let's give this a width of 100% so it can fill up the container. Let's see how that looks like. And I guess we gotta put the height 100% as well. Okay, not the height. Alright, so what's wrong? we were already in a freaking problem. This is no bueno. Why does it gotta be like that? Oh, I mean, alright. So instead of putting an image inside here, we're gonna make this just an image, and what we're gonna do is give this a background of the image, or background of the URL, and photo 1, no repeats, center, and we're gonna just cover that bad boy up. And then why you no show, my guy? Is it the photo? Are we using like a bad photo or something? No, right? Give the width, we float it to the left. Alright, hold up. Let's just continue working. Maybe we'll find out what the problem is. So about section. Dang, guys, I'm so sorry for it. I just want you guys to know this is all live and stuff. Like, dang, man. I know this is like trial and error and stuff, but like, hey, come on. Don't be so angry at me. We want to text align this into the center. I'm going to float this to the right. We'll give this a width of 50% as well. So, yes. So where's the image? Is it because I can't find the image? What if we use a different image? Image, let's go like photo 2. Nothing. Really? You really gonna work with me like this? Are you gonna really do this to me, man? We want the image to have a photo 1 instead. We have the width of 50%. Min height. Oh, I forgot. It's because we don't got about section. We want the height. We want to give this a height. There we go. There we go. So now it has a height. Wow, guys. We did it. We solved the mystery. Center slash cover. There we go. Now it looks beautiful. It looks cozy, right? Anyways, we're going to be using a class because I want to give this a background of a dark background. And what does, I mean, we'll give this a light background, to be honest, because since this is not too dark, we want to be just like be using this nav bar nav bar color. So let's check this out. So inside our utilities, let's give this a class of background light, and literally just change the background color. I use background color instead of background because I don't know, I just prefer it more. And let me just, there we go. I mean, but then it's kind of hard to see this. Do we have any other colors that we may use? We may change the background primary to dark, but then let's just see how this will look in the dark. We're going dark side, boy. We're going to the dark side. Yes. I know it doesn't make too much sense. Guys, again, I feel like this site is gonna look ugly, man. I know I'm not the best artist. I know I'm not the best. But please bear with me. I will try harder next time. Anyways, and let's just change this back to dark. And background dark. Yes, dark. And moving along, we're gonna continue styling our about section content, and let's give this like a padding of like 20 pixels. 30 pixels. 30 pixels top and bottom, and like 20 pixels on the left and the right. That's good. And we're not gonna put a lead or like a large heading on that. So instead of that, we're just going to select the about section, and let's select the H2, right? We're using H2 or H3? we're using an H3. I stand corrected. And we're gonna give this a font size of like 1.2 rem, just a little bit big, 1.3 rem. Alright, that looks nice. Text transform. Let's give this an uppercase. No. I keep getting confused between uppercase and capitalized. And, well, I feel like, I mean, I was gonna put, let's go like this, 40. How's that gonna look? Nah. Let's go 50. 50. 30. And then let's give this a bigger font size, 1.4. Or 1.5 rem. I feel like it didn't even make a difference, to be honest. And let's also do this one more time. And let's select the P tags and let's give this a line height of like 1.5 m, 1.8. Let's go 1.45. 1.5 is good. And let's give this a little padding on the bottom, like 20 pixels on the bottom. Yeah, I feel like that's good. 20 pixels on the bottom. And just in case, let's just give this an overflow of hidden. And let's decorate our button, and this is how this has a button light. So BG lights, and we already have. Oh, I mean, we can just. I guess we can then implement this background color. And it didn't do anything. Why? Oh, because we want to do this on the button, not the background. Background light. I mean, yeah, I feel like that's good, right? I think it's completed, right? How you guys feel about this? You guys feel good about it? Yeah, I feel okay about it. Anyways, moving along. So we completed that. So now we also want to get the features section. Oh, yeah. And let's just simply call this features. Now in here, we want to get a box. We want to create a class that is named the box, and we want 3 of those. And inside that, let's get like an H3 in that. And the first one is gonna be called like location. So what are the hotel features? It features a great location. It's just off the suburban desert in Serbia. And let's give this a lorem of like 15 for the nice description. This is gonna have, it has free meals, which includes complimentary breakfasts. So we want it to ensure that our people have the energy to do the activities, as well as a fitness room, because what hotel is good without a fitness room? I don't really know anybody who goes into the fitness room in hotels or whatever. So we got this, but we are also missing something. I want to be able to use icons. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to use a thing called Font Awesome. So just give me one moment to grab my little Font Awesome kit, or my Font Awesome thing. Yeah, I guess you could say it's a kit. And what we're going to be doing is right above here, we're just gonna create a comment called Font Awesome, just so we know that this is a font. Oh my gosh, I almost burped or threw up in my mouth a little. And what we're gonna be doing is we're just gonna be grabbing the font awesome what I keep having this silly brain fart. A font awesome tags. So in this case, we're gonna be grabbing a icon class that has the hotel option in it. So right here, let's just create the icon element, give this a class, and close it, and boom, we got a little baby hotel. And then let's copy this, give this to here, and align it a little bit more, and same one here, align it a little bit more. And what we want to do is, since they're kind of small, let me just give them, if you do FA, I think FA and then 3x, yes, you make them a little bit bigger, but we don't want hotels for every one of them, so this is gonna be called like utensils, yes. And then this is gonna be called dumbbell. Beautiful. Let's see. And what we're gonna be doing, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, yes. What we're gonna be doing is also giving these boxes BG of light. So what we're gonna do is give this a background light, and this a background light, and then this is gonna have a primary background, because we want to indicate and we want to show that the meals are the most important thing that we want people to know. So let's go into our features and let's do this. So what we want to do is, for each of our boxes, we want them to have a width of 33.3%, because we want to make sure it's evenly spaced out, and we also want this to float left. And let's give this a padding of like 20 pixels. And we also want this to be text align in the center, text align center. And yeah, that looks like it's basically it. And I feel like we can give a little bit more of a little padding. So what we want to do is box and then select the little icons, and padding bottom, let's give it like 5 pixels. Just a little bit more padding. Yeah, I feel like that's it. And moving along, so for the background, we want it to have a background light. So this background light is going to be, let's see how it will look like with this. So this is going to have a background color of that. And yeah, let's see how that's going to look like. And let's give this a color of white. It looks like it's breaking my eyeballs, but let's see. And we also want a background primary, and let's see how that is gonna look like. And since we've been using this, we can just go like that. And background color, and we also want this to be a color white. I mean, it looks decent, right? I mean, let's see what other colors we got. We got this lighter shade. Let's just use this lighter shade. Wow. So background light. Oh, disgusting. Oh my goodness. I guess then let's just give this a dark color. Let's see. Then let's just go with this dark shade. If not, then we'll use the dark accent. So background color is gonna be this. Or this. Wow, there we go. It actually looks better. Yes. And let's just finish this up with a nice little footer. Alright, so let's get this footer and let's call this, or give this an idea of main footer. Let's go lowercase. Main footer, and we just want to give this a paragraph, and then we can go like let's give this the title of, so it's the cozy flow, and we're gonna use the HTML type of syntax to create a little copyright symbol 2020, and let's just give us made with, and then we can just go like a heart emoji. Let's give it a purple heart because we're amazing. Made with love, the gentleman. See how that looks like? Nice. And let's just style it. Our footer is not gonna be so amazing. It's just gonna be kind of basic. Main footer. Let's give it a padding of like 20 pixels. Background color is going to be the same as the nav. Let's just do this. And text align, let's make this in the center. Let's see what it looks like. Alright, so forgot, with our floats, we want to create a clear div, and this is considered a quote hack, but I honestly do not care. And let's just do a tag. Let's do clear both. Let's see. Hey, there we go. And yeah, I feel like that's pretty much it. Nice, guys. So we just created our little homepage for the cozy flow for our great hotel, and we're gonna be going and doing the about and contact in just a few minutes. Just give me a sec. My voice is killing me. Alright guys, so continuing on, we're gonna start working with the about and the contact section and just finish this bad boy up. Before we do that, real quick, let's create our pages. So inside our pages folder, let's create an about.html, and let's also create a contact.html. And inside our index, let's just link it. So for this one, since we're going to be linking to our home page, let's just do that. Also, we want the logo to just link to our home page as well. I mean, it could be slash as well, but I'm just doing it like this. If you guys hear any background noise, I am so sorry. Please excuse that. I live in the ghetto. Anyways, continuing on, let's go pages and contact. Since this is gonna be the about pages and the about, and that's pretty much it. And let's continue. So what we're gonna do now is just select all of this and post it into the about section. We're gonna delete everything that we don't need, so this, as well as this. We only just want the nav, and we also want to link our style sheet a little bit better. So we go back one folder, we go into the styles, and we get the style. Same with the link. We go back a folder, we go back a folder, and then here we can just select the about and select the content, since they are both in the same folder. So let's go. We want to go, oh, and I forgot, we want to also move this and put it in here. Let's see how that is gonna look. And let's move on to our about section. Beautiful. We go back to the home. Excellent. We want to go back to the about. We want to click here. Beautiful. We're here. Everything is working. My goodness, we are going nice and slow. So anyways, moving along, let's start working with the about section. So what we want in the about section is, we don't need a navigation anymore. We can close the footer, and we're just going to be working with our about section. So inside our about section, we want to create a section, and let's call this main about. Main about. And inside this, we're going to have two boxes. So let's call this the left box, and let's do the right box. And inside the right box, that's where we're gonna have our little image, and we're gonna select photo 2, and let's just give this a Horel. Yes, Horel. And inside our left one, we want, let's do an H1, and let's call this about. What is our about? Cozy flow. And we want this to have a L heading, and we also want this to be in a span tag, have a class of primary, or text primary, I'm sorry guys, text primary, and boom. Beautiful, I know. And moving along, not only do we want that, but we also want to be able to put this into a container. Since we want this to align in the center, our container does that for us. And let me just go like this. Beautiful. And here, let's give this a paragraph. Let's give this a paragraph of like 30 words, and another paragraph like 20 words. Oops. Lauren 20. Beautiful. Excellent. Amazing. Marvelous. Everything nice. Yes. And moving along, so let's see. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, my friends? So what we're gonna do is style it. This is pretty much it for our top section. So let's see. Oh, well, before anything, we also want to give this a class BG. light. There we go. Now it looks a little better. Now we want to style it. So moving along, let's go down, down, down. And let's call this main about section. Inside here we have our left, or we have the, let's just go like this. I don't know why I go like this, to be honest. I feel like right here it just tells me like, alright, so we're working with the main about section, we're working with the left box. And what we're gonna do is real fast, we're gonna float this bad boy to the left. We're gonna give this a width of 50%. And we're also gonna give this a min height of 100%, so all of our content stays inside that. Excellent. And also let me just give this a padding up top too, so main about, and let's give this a padding, so we want a padding of 30 pixels on the top and bottom, and 0 on the left and right, just so we have some space. Excellent. So moving along, get our main about, and let's get our right box. I'm so sorry if you guys are hearing stuff again. I'm not the best. Okay, and let's give this a width of 50% as well, and min height is going to be 100. And more noise. Alright, hold up guys, that's my cat this time. One sec. Let's move along. So we also want to configure this image so it looks beautiful, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to display an image as a block element, and we are also going to give this a width of, we're not going to give this a width at 100%. Let's give this like a 80% width. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. It looks nice. And I feel like we can also give this a height. Let's see what would happen. Height 40, or let's give this a height of like 300 pixels. Sure. And also we want to align this in the center, so text align center, right? And we also want to give this a margin of auto. There we go. Now it's beautiful. And let's just style this a little bit more and give this a border radius of like 50%. Wow, there we go. It's actually not bad. Yeah, I don't think it looks that bad. I don't think it looks that bad. I hope you guys don't think it looks that bad. Alright, and let's also style the paragraphs in the left section. Let's give them let's go padding bottom like 10 pixels. Or no, we want a bottom. There we go. Yeah, I feel like, and also we want to give this a padding of like 20 pixels. There we go. And let's see what will happen if we go like this. 0 and 20. Yeah, I feel like that is good too. Maybe better. Awesome. So now what we also want inside our about section is our testimonials. So let's create a section. Let's Let's give this an ID of testimonials. And inside our testimonial section, we're also going to give this a container. So let's give this an h2, and let's be like, what's our customers say? And inside here, let's make another div and let's call it a testimonial. And inside our testimonial, we're gonna have an image, and this is gonna be an image of a person's face. So image person 1, let's call this person Baba Booby, and let's give them a paragraph. They got 15 good words to say about our business. And let's do another one, because we got 2 people who want to talk about, they want to say some good things about our amazing testimonial. And let's give this another image, and this is gonna be person 2, and let's call this person Poopy Booby. There we go. And let's give this Lorem 15. Awesome. And let's see, we also want to be able to provide the testimonial page an image background. So I don't know, I feel like let's just leave it like that. Amazing. Now we're definitely gonna have to make this a little bit smaller, but before that, let's style it. So let's go down and let's work on our testimonials section. And what do we got? So in the testimonials, we have a background, and it is going to be a URL towards an image. Testimonial, no repeat. We want to center it, and center/cover. Excellent. And what else? We want to give this an automatic height. Let's give it 600 pixels so we don't forget like last time. And we want everything in here to be like white. This. And sure, let's give it some padding too. Padding from the top, like 100 pixels. So it's not clumped up on the top. Yes. Yes. And moving along, after that we have, damn, that kind of confused me, an H2. So let's just copy this, and then H2. Let's text align this into the center. Let's give this a nice font size of like 1.2 rem. Let's give this a nice font size of 2 rem. And text transform capitalize. Yeah, that's looking pretty good right there. Yes, guys, I don't know what you guys are thinking, but that is amazing. And let's start moving along towards our testimonial. So in our testimonials, we have a class called testimonial, and it has an image. Now what we want to do is have this image have a width of, let's give this an image of 100 pixels. Okay, 200 pixels, 100 pixels. And we also, before that, I just wanted to do that because dang man, I'm just tired of everything. And inside that, let's give this a background color, and background color, let's see, what should we give it? Let's go with, let's see how a dark shade will look like. And we also Want to give it margin bottom like 20 pixels. There we go. Margin bottom 20 pixels. Is this not in a container, is it? Oh, good. I was about to say, because it looks like it's not in a container. And what we want to do is we want to float this image to the left. So float left. And it looks like, oh, that is not so good. And that is because we have to add in a clear div. Dot clear. Okay. Maybe not. Why? Testimonial. Oh, it's because we need to give this also a height, maybe. We want display inline block. Alright, hold up. Inside our testimonial, we want to give this a padding of 20 pixels. Maybe let's give this a little bit more words. So instead of 15, we'll give this like 30. They got 30 good words to talk about our stuff. Okay, maybe 40. And same with this one. There we go. And we got padding. Okay. We've flown this to the left. Testimonial. We want to give this a margin left of, let's go 10 pixels. Not left, we want to give a margin right 10 pixels. And we also want to do something, and I'm so sorry if you guys hear any noise in the background. Alright. Alright, real quick. Let's give this more of a margin on the bottom. And hold one sec. Since we already have classes BG dark, let's see what would happen if we gave them also BG. Let's give them BG primary. And let's get rid of the background color. Yeah, it looks a little more better, right? Alright, but also we don't want it to be such a like big ass color. Let's give it like a nice opacity. And also let's give this a little border radius to like 5 pixels. For style, guys, come on. And also let's give this a border radius of 50%. How come that didn't work? Oh, border radius. Alright, looks like no border radius for them either. Let's go 200. Okay. 100 and let's give them a border radius of 50 pixels. Alright. And also, I want to know why it's having all this space. Maybe we should give this a padding also on the top. What do you guys think? Should it have a padding on the top? Let's give this a height instead. 100 pixels. Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Let's give this a padding instead then. Margin. There we go. Now it looks better, right? I was trying to do circular pictures, but it looks like no circular pictures today. And it looks pretty responsive. I mean, I could probably get this font a little bit bigger. 2.5. And also, let's give this a padding bottom. 20 pixels. Okay, padding doesn't want to work. Maybe margin. Alright, margin worked. I do have a question. Let me know, guys. Why wouldn't the padding work? But hey, we got the responsive image. It looks good. Text is nice, right? You guys can see it. That's pretty much it. We want to go to the home page. We want to go to the about page. And now we're going to the contact page. And we don't got anything in the contact page. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to select everything from here. And move on to the contact page. And let's get this bad boy started. And we're just going to delete everything here. We're going to put the current in here. And whoa, what's this? Right? Oh yeah, it's a little mixer upper. And I hope that we will relook our code in just a sec, because there's something that I wanted to do inside here. Instead of just continue having this, we want to put this to contact. Boom. And boom, contact is set. And what we're gonna do is create a form. Excuse me. Alright, so let's create a section and let's give this a contact form. Inside our form, we are going to give this an H1. We're gonna give this a class of L heading and also a span tag, and it's gonna have contact in here. A class of text primary and us. Nice. And what we're gonna do is wrap this in a container. Nice. And what we are going to put in here is a form. Now the action, we're not gonna link it anywhere, but we can just do example.php. And then in here, we're gonna put all of our labels and inputs in separate divs. So we're gonna do div, and we're gonna do form control. Let's just do that. And inside here, we're gonna have a label for name. Call this name, and an input is gonna be our text input with an ID of name, and the name is gonna be name. So let's see how that looks. Excellent. And we're just gonna do 3 of them: name, email, message. Alright. Alright, so here, if you just do Control D, Control D, we're just gonna do email. And for this one, also email. And for this one, we're gonna do message. And this is not gonna be inside an input. We wanna have a text area. Text area. We can get rid of the type. ID is gonna be text area. Or ID is gonna be message. I'm sorry. Message. And since text area is not a self-closing tag, we're gonna close it, and boom, we got ourselves a nice little thing. And still in the form tag, we're gonna create a button with a class of button, and let's just give this a button dark submit, and let's give this a value of submit as well. Ew, never mind, let's go with light. And let's also give this contact form a class of bg light. Yes, looks delicious. Alright, so now let's style this a little bit more. Alright, so finally we're almost done, guys. So contact form section page. Yes, very long name. I don't know why, I'm just being extra right now. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna select the contact form, and let's give this a padding of 30 pixels, top and bottom, 0 bottom, 0 left and right. That's pretty much it. And moving along, inside this contact form, we want to select our form control. So let's get our form control tag, and what we want to do is let's give it padding bottom, like 20 pixels. Let's give this a width of 100%. Awesome. And let's just select this one more time. And what we're gonna do is we want to select our labels, because we want to display them as block level elements, so then it's going to be on top of our input. And let's give this a padding bottom, like 5 pixels. Or what is, wow, do we even need a padding? I mean, it looks pretty decent without it, right? Yeah, whatever. Let's just display them as block. And again, selecting our form control, we want to select the inputs, and as well as the text area, and we want to give them a width of 100%. Give them padding like 10 pixels. There we go. Looks nice. Very nice. And yeah. Also, let's give the height of this text area, height like 200 pixels. There we go. And then we also want to then select these bad boys again, and we also want to get the focus of it. So when they are focused, we want to get rid of something. I just had it in my mind. Well, we want to give this a border, like a 1 pixel solid. Let's go like DDDD. And over, snap. Forgot what it was called. Well, maybe not this color. Let's go with this color. So then when it's like that, it's like this. I mean, yeah, but what? Outline. So we want the outline to be none. And let me see real fast. Yeah, there we go. Now it looks better. Awesome. So we got ourselves that good looking form. Yeah, boy. And then let me just finish this up. And inside our contact form, we also want to have like our contact info. So let's create a section like that, contact. Let's give this an ID of contact info. And let's give this a class of BG dark. And then inside here, we're gonna have what we had in our index HTML. Inside our features, we're gonna have like these types of boxes. And while we're here, we're also gonna just give this a little welcome. And then in here, we're just gonna do that. We're gonna get rid of the background, because we're not gonna be using the background. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep the location. We're going to change this to phone. Change this to phone number. And then give this envelope. And then this is gonna be email. And then change the paragraph, so the location is gonna be 167 Cross Breed Street. Number is gonna be 666 999 6969. I don't know, guys. I'm just having fun, because that's the whole point. I hope you guys are having fun too. And then let's change the email to let's make this kind of professional. So cozy or support at cozy flow dot yo. Boom. And looks like we need to just put this here like that. And what is going on? Do we need to add a clear fix? I feel like we need a, well, I can't even speak. So let's give this a clear fix. So clear. And looks like something is wrong. Looks like we need to give this an overflow of hidden. So hold up, let me see what would happen if we go like this. Overflow hidden. Boom. But also, why is this not so nice right now? It's not allowing me to. Let's do it this space right here. We're using Mozilla developer tools, and I'm just trying to figure out what's this space. Why is there a space right there? To be honest with you, I really don't know. I'm sorry guys, I'm just trying to figure out what the heck may be causing this. Cause we have the clear right there. We're like done. What's still the problem? What? It doesn't make sense. I really don't know what the heck the problem can be. Anyways, but that's pretty much it. And then here, it just dies. Is it because we, I feel like it's something to do with this. But I don't really know what. I don't really think there is any problem. But at the same time, I really don't know. Alright, yo, guys, this is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys created this. If you guys followed the tutorial, you guys created this, man. Congratulations. Yes, it's not responsive or whatever. And yes, it has this right here, and I don't understand why. I really don't. If you guys are watching this video, can someone please tell me, like, why is this, like, right there? And yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys can tell me if there's anything else, and if you guys want me to do more. I will do more either way, but I hope you guys have a good day. Contact me if anything. I love you guys. Peace.